Alright guys, pickups time, and this time I have a whole lot of pickups. This was a surprising amount of stuff that I didn't expect to get throughout these couple weeks, because I really have been gaining a lot of money, because since everything that's been going on in the world, I can't say it on here, but whatever, the thing that's going on in the world, I have a job where I have worked throughout this whole stupid pandemic thing, so I have gained a lot more money than I expected. So I got a lot of pickups this video. Really excited to talk about them, so let's get started with the two video games that I got. I got the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, awesome game. I love the original, I love the series, and I got the collector's edition with the steelbook, with the art book, regular edition inside, and an audio CD as well. Again, really great remake. I'm really loving it. It's not the full game, unfortunately, but it's still a great new version of part of the game, the first part, which is fine, kind of. I wish that it was all together, but I understand why they didn't. But I really love it so far. I haven't finished it yet, but it's great. Lego Harry Potter collection. I love Harry Potter. I really like Legos still. The only Legos I actually still buy in my adult age are the Lego Harry Potter ones, because I was so nostalgic for the ones as a kid, and I really love the new ones they've been putting out, those new Lego sets. So I've been buying those every year they've been coming out. And the video game, I've played through both of these before. I think I played through 1 through 4 on PS3. I played through 5 through 7 on the PS Vita, and I just wanted to play through these again, and it was $20 to buy both of these together in a collection, so the whole Lego Harry Potter collection together. Great deal. I've beaten the first movie so far. I'm on Chamber of Secrets, so really having a fun time with this. Now let's get on to remakes that I bought. I bought the Suspiria remake, which I've only seen once, and I really dug the hell out of it, so I'm so excited to rewatch this one. This is from Luca, I forgot how to pronounce his last name, Guadagnino, something like that. I probably just butchered his name, but he's a fantastic director, and this is, I think, his second film. His first film, Call Me By Your Name, was a really fantastic movie as well, and really one of the best movies of that year for me too. So this one as well. Both of his movies, I think, are real almost masterpieces. This one is really incredible, and I can't wait to rewatch this. And I love how this is a remake that is not. It follows the same beats of the first movie for a while, but then it becomes its own thing, and I really appreciated that. And just everything about this movie is bizarre, it's creepy, it works very well, and I really love this movie from the first watch, and I hope I love it again on rewatch, but I really am excited to rewatch it. Black Christmas 2019. This one is a fascinating movie. I saw this in the theater. I was really not pissed off, because I'm an adult. I don't get pissed off at stuff like this. I look at this movie like we still have the original movie. So we have another movie. This is the second remake, funny enough, of Black Christmas. And I love the original. The original's fantastic. The remake has grown on me, the first remake, and I think it's fun for its over-the-top silliness. And this one, again, I was never in a hated mood watching this movie. I saw this movie in the theater. I thought the first two acts are really silly and just kind of uneventful. Like, it's typical slasher movie, but PG-13 slasher, so that's another reason why people get pissed off. But the third act in this movie is so entertaining. I don't care. I thought that this was so fun. Overall, the movie is not interesting throughout, but the third act is so over-the-top ridiculous that I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought that the biggest sin I think people are giving this movie, and I agree with them, is that it's called Black Christmas, because it really does not have, besides a few nods to the original, it's really not the original movie or the remake. It's really its own thing. And if it was called something else, we wouldn't have got the pathetic bashing about this movie. I know people dislike a movie before it comes out, and a lot of people haven't even seen this damn movie still, and are still bitching about it, saying it's horrible. And I'm from one of those types of people where you have to watch the movie to really understand if you should say a movie is bad before you've seen it. I don't like whenever people say that they have not seen a movie, but they still say the movie's bad. I truly can't stand that. I think that is really stupid. But for me, this is a movie I saw, a movie I enjoyed for its stupidity. I thought it was really stupid. It's feminist as can be, but in a very on the nose way if you're the biggest idiot in the world, if that makes sense. It is the it is a very, very bad way of supporting feminism in my eyes. And again, I'm not a woman, but I do think with feminism, I think that there is so many things that are needed for feminism. Feminism is a good thing. But then there's sometimes you can watch movies like this where it's like, this is too ridiculous to even think about this being a great feminist movie. And maybe there are people, men and women, that think this movie is a feminist propaganda movement that's good. And that's fine. I'm not going to tell people to think differently about their opinions because they have different opinions. But for me, I thought that this was just so ridiculous that it's too good to use as a feminist example. It's really not a great movie, but I'm entertained by it. I thought it was entertaining. So, and it's just one of those Blumhouse movies that Blumhouse can make good or bad movies, and even the bad ones I enjoy. I enjoyed this one. I thought this one was fun. Now, I went to Walmart and I found for $5 the Phantasm Remastered on Blu-ray, which is a really good deal because I have Phantasm 1 through 5 on the DVD set. This DVD set right here. So I thought it was time to upgrade because Phantasm 1 and 2 I really enjoy. I think I like 3 for the most part, and 4 and 5 I don't remember liking. And this one I think is a great movie, but again, I haven't seen it that many times, so I want to see it again. And in Blu-ray, remastered is a good way to go, so I'm glad I finally got this on Blu-ray. And then the second movie I got at Walmart was Hostel 1 and 2 for $5. Have those on DVD, wanted to upgrade. Really like these two movies. I think they're fun, they're ridiculous, they're goofy, but I enjoy them a lot. When a Stranger Calls, the original When a Stranger Calls, which is a really mixed movie for me, where like I really like the first and last acts of the movie, but then in the middle of the movie, I don't really enjoy that much. It's weird. This is a movie that it's considered a classic by the opening scene, but not a classic as a whole, if that makes sense. I don't see people talk about this movie for the movie as a whole. I feel like people just talk about the opening scene, which is a great scene. It's a scene where everybody remembers, where Carol Kane, her character, is home alone and she is babysitting, and a stranger calls on the phone, and you know where it goes from there. And it's a great opening scene, and the ending is great. But the middle, where like you're not about that, it's about like this guy trying to hunt down the killer, it's not as interesting, which is so weird for me. Maybe people like it, but I just thought the middle of the movie was just kind of whatever. But I think that this is still a worthy movie regardless, and I did want to still get this because I did like the movie overall. It's just I have a couple little issues with it. But still, I think it's an enjoyable enough movie, and I think it's got, especially the first 20 minutes are worth it enough to get this movie for me, personally. So I decided to get more Synapse Blu-rays because the only one I owned was Suspiria, the original Suspiria. So I went out and got Dario Argento's Phenomena, which I've seen before. It wasn't my favorite Argento movie, but I remember liking it. I liked Jennifer Connelly in this. It's cool seeing her in this. And I liked the use of using heavy metal music. I think that's really interesting for this horror movie. And I like the idea that what this character can do, Jennifer Connelly's character can like summon bugs. And I think that that is such a cool idea. And I think that this movie is fun. It's just not, comparing it to all the other Argento movies, it's not my favorite, but it's still a solid one. It's still enjoyable. And I want to rewatch it again, and maybe I like it even more, because there's a couple of Argento movies that I've watched and then I liked a lot more the second time. So I'm excited to rewatch this one. Then I ordered the Basket Case Trilogy, but I have not gotten the first one yet. That's still coming in the mail, so you're not going to see it in this video. But for the next pickups video, you'll see it. So it makes sense that I got Basket Case 2 and Basket Case 3, but I just got those before the first Basket Case, which I have seen and really enjoyed. I watched that for the first time a couple months ago, and I really, really enjoyed the first Basket Case, and then we got the sequels from Synapse, and Basket Case 2 was enjoyable. I did enjoy Basket Case 2, and I think that it does a good job of being different from the original, but being fun, and it's not one that I love, but I do like the sequel. I don't love it as much as the first one, but I think it's a solid enough fun sequel that I did enjoy. Then Basket Case 3, honestly, I liked more than 2. I thought 3 was really, really extremely fun, and it wasn't as close as the first one still, but it was closer than the second one to me. And the second one's still a fun movie, but the third one I thought was really, really enjoyable. And I really just enjoyed it overall. I enjoyed this trilogy. Now on to Scream Factory, and I got a good amount. I got this one set for a good deal on Amazon.com. this $60 box set was usually $60, and then I got this set for $40. So on Amazon, I got the Omen box set, which I own on DVD. Really love the first three movies, four, whatever, remake, whatever. But really love it. I really love how, like, the Fly collection and the Halloween collection, they just have, like, the original artwork. I think that that is really cool. And I really do, like I said, I enjoy the first three movies. And I've watched the first two again on these Scream Factories, but I have not watched the other ones yet. I think I'll rewatch 3, but it might take me a while to rewatch 4 and 5, 4 in the remake. I call it 5 because it basically is it's pretty forgettable. But 4 and 5 are pretty forgettable to me. I want to rewatch 3 soon, but it might take me a while to rewatch 4 in the remake, so... But I still am so glad that I got this box set because I really do enjoy these films. Even though there are some I don't like as much, I still enjoy the franchise. Now on to 2 movies that are the 4th film in a franchise and are both Scream Factories. So I got Psycho 4: The Beginning, which is really cool because I own the other ones. I own the first one on with the pink steelbook, which is really cool, and then I own... For the Scream Factories, I own Psycho 2, 3, now 4, and the Psycho remake. So I've got all the Psycho movies. And Bates Motel, the TV movie, doesn't really count. But I own that on DVD, if people are saying that. Because I know you were thinking, what about the Bates Motel TV movie from 1987? But this is the only one I needed. I only needed this one, so I've got my Psycho collection now. Love all these movies. I think all these movies are awesome, besides the Bates Motel TV movie. But I think that the theatrical Psycho movies... and even this isn't technically theatrical. It was in a little bit in a couple of areas of the world, but it was mostly just set to Showtime, so it still felt theatrical and looked theatrical. But I'm glad I finally got this because Psycho 4 is such a fun movie, and I rewatched the movie with Mick Garris's commentary, which was really fun. And Mick Garris seems like such a cool person, with him and Olivia Hussey. Henry Thomas. Like, I think that's really cool. It just was really an enjoyable commentary. And I really like all the commentaries on all the Psycho movies that I've got on Scream Factory. So, again, just glad I finished the collection for Psycho. And then the other 4th movie is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. And I've been meaning to pick this one up for a while, but I just have, for some reason, keep forgetting. And I really do love this franchise, even though there are some that I really don't enjoy. Like, it's weird. It's a franchise I love, but I don't enjoy every movie. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning is so fun and entertaining. It really does a good job of being just so overly ridiculous, and it's so fun. And I think that it's interesting, too, because this one has a director's cut as well, which I have not seen, because I have the DVD of Next Generation, but I think it's just the theatrical version, so I guess I've never seen the director's cut. And it looks like it's got a lot of special features. It looks like it's got a good amount of those, and I really am just excited to rewatch this one. I really enjoy this one. Now, last up on my Scream Factories, we have Return of the Living Dead 1 and Return of the Living Dead 2. And Return of the Living Dead 1 is a movie that I've seen before, and since I bought this on Scream Factory a week or two ago, I've watched this movie twice. Once just regular, and then once with the commentary. And this is a really enjoyable movie, and it took me a while, because I've seen this movie before I bought it. I haven't loved this movie, and I'm really, really coming around to it. I think it's really fun and entertaining. And it took me a while, because all my friends are like, yeah, it's such a great movie. And I was like, man, I need to rewatch it to really see if I enjoy it more. And I did. I'm thankful I did. I really did enjoy it. It's a fun time. Now, Return of the Living Dead 2, I have not seen yet. I have not seen any of the sequels, and I'm going to watch all 4 of the sequels. But artwork is really good, just like the first movie for Scream Factory, and I'm excited to see this one. I hear people say this is a more kiddified version of the first one, because it's got all the actors again, and if you've seen the ending of the first one, you're like, what? And I know that I don't really know what they're going to do with these characters, because what happened in the end of the first movie, it doesn't make sense, but I'm excited to see this one. Then my last pickup is Vestron's Return of the Living Dead Part 3, and this is my first Vestron movie that I own on Blu-ray. I don't own any other ones, and I know there's some that I really want. Like, I want to get Slaughter High, and I want to get Maximum Overdrive, but this is the first one I got from Vestron, and I really love the artwork for this. And again, it's a movie that people keep telling me is really fun and really underrated. So I'm excited to watch Return of the Living Dead 3 as well. But I'm glad I got the trilogy. I need to buy the other two, but I know people say they aren't that good. But I'll definitely try to watch them in a sometime. But I do really want to see the 2 and 3. I'm excited to see those because I know people love those. Well, that is my pickups video. I felt like I got a good amount. I really did enjoy getting that Omen box set. That's cool that I got that for $40. And I really am excited to watch Return of the Living Dead for the rest of the franchise. And thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, if you like this video, consider checking out my other content. I review a majority of films that are pretty recent and also older films and mostly horror as well. Horror is my favorite genre, so I expect a lot of horror. And check out all my links down below. I have a link to Patreon. I have a link to Instagram, link to Twitter, link to my Facebook group, Horror Enthusiast 101, and to my own personal Facebook page, CDR Movie Reviews. And thank you for anybody who watched this video. Thanks for watching.